Right guys, hello, just a quick video to keep you up to speed with X-Wing Virtual Machine and the advanced voice attack profile that I'm working on to share with the community for the game. So the big news is XWVM Alpha has had an update. I'll give you the links in the description of the video and a pinned comment below. You can come here and we'll see the version number has changed with now 2025-0614. Think of it as a date stamp, so we know that's the latest version. And we can click on these red links to get the download for the core and the HD asset packs. Do that for Windows or Linux, whichever operating system your computer uses. If you're doing this for the first time, we've also got that in-flight mission dialogue to download as well. So if we scroll down, there is the first steps guide, the written instructions. I do suggest you read it. It's very helpful. Someone took the time to write it. The least we can do is read it. It's shocking how many questions do come up on the Discord server that have already been answered in that guide. So you know people haven't read it from the questions that they ask. So talking of the Discord server, there's a link for it there. If you find bugs or problems, report them. If you just have questions, just be part of the community really, because they're awesome over there. They're very passionate about the game and Star Wars, obviously. As we scroll down, we can see the changelog for the latest alpha version. We can see what's new, we can see what's changed, and we can see what's fixed. Now, I'm not going to read all of this out now. The video will be longer than it needs to be. You can read this in your own time. But a number of times VR is mentioned in the changes and fixes is very exciting for me to see. I love doing this in virtual reality. It is incredibly immersive, especially when I use that voice attack profile. Right, so how do we get this installed? If this is your first time, you can follow the written instructions. I've also done a video I'll link to give you some extra hints and tips. But if we've already done it, they do gently remind us, note when installing future versions of XWVM, you may wish to uninstall and or clear the directory folder for the current version first to avoid any issues with conflicting files. Your pilot's progress and settings are stored separately elsewhere in the user data folder, so if we nuke the game installation, we won't lose our pilot. He, she will survive. They live somewhere else. They don't live in that folder. Surprising how many people have been asking this on the Discord about updating. It's all written here. Right, so how do we do the uninstallation? There's actually, a few ways to do it. There's more than one way to skin a cat. We could do the search. We could do XWVM and see uninstall that. I'm not going to click on it because it's going to bring up my email address and information about me. I don't want other people to see, but it's self-explanatory. Click on it and you'll have the HD assets to uninstall, and then you can uninstall XWVM. Two different actions. We could also do it through the File Explorer, so you might have it pinned to your taskbar. Bottom left on Windows 11, there's the little icon. So File Explorer, you can click on that. Find where you've installed the game. You should know because you installed it. We've got this PC, so pick your drive, the C drive. I've got it installed on my V drive. Go through the folders to VR games and X-Wing. So we can see in this folder, I've got UNINS001, so that's for uninstall. This execute will get rid of the HD assets. Do that first. Then UNINS0000 execute, that will uninstall XWVM. Now we can delete the folder completely, empty the recycle bin, and then we're ready to extract the zip files, do the reinstall again, run the executes to install. Technically, yes, you could do the update over the top, but you could have issues, so they do recommend that we nuke it and start again. It's a little bit more faff doing it that way. People have said, can there not be an easier way? And they said, yeah, sure, if someone wants to take over and do that. They're busy trying to fix other things. So yeah, this is a minor inconvenience. We're not doing this every day, just when updates come along. It's no big deal really. We'd rather the devs work on important things that need fixing. Right, so let's start talking about voice attack. So I'm nearly ready to share the advanced profile. I've already heard from people that use the basic one I shared and they find it really helpful, especially the VR pilots. Awesome. I'm still open to suggestions and things you'd like to say and things you'd like to get done with your voice in the game. I've spent the weekend rewatching the movies, listening out for Star Warsy phrases that we can use and playing more of the game to get an idea of what common actions we'd like to get done with our voice. I've made some executive decisions and changes. In the previous video, I did talk about the droid sound. So voice attack would confirm it understood us, and it's going to do an action by having R2-D2 talk to us. Random sound from a collection I have. It does help with immersion, but it was starting to annoy me. I think that's because I'm testing, so I'm saying phrases more often and frequently than your average player would, so I hear R2-D2 more than you probably would. But it's always bothered me that I hear from him when I talk to my wingmen. The wingmen are voiced, they've got their own replies. So if you say attack my target, they will say, yeah, Roger, attacking your target. So I don't want to hear R2-D2 when I talk to the wingmen. What I've decided to do is turn that off. Now, you can turn it back on or keep the command there. You can do options, profile exec, tick the box, go to the drop down menu. It's basically alphabetical order. So we're looking for play random droid sounds. There we go. You can re-enable it. So if voice attack understands you, you'll hear R2-D2. But what I've ultimately decided to do is doing these categories and hand picking the R2-D2 sounds that I want. So we've got the chit chat category, which these phrases don't actually do anything in the game. It's just for fun and immersion, but we can fake having a conversation with our astromech. So I compare a sound to the question to make sure that they make sense. You know, whether he's worried or excited, it will all depend on the question I've asked him. There will of course be phrases to do other things where I might reference R2. So I could say display damage report. That doesn't mention R2, but another way of me doing that would be to say see if you can lock that down R2. Luke Skywalker says that when his X-Wing gets damaged. So if I say R2, that's a question to him for immersion. He should obviously chirp back with the reply. So I've been working on these categories. We've got the preset combos, so combinations, short phrases we can say to get many things done very, very quickly. So as an example, I can say, starting my attack run, deflectors go double front. You can have whatever's in front of you targeted, targeting computer turned on, weapons go to quad fire, laser recharge, goes on and on and on. Boost the shields as well if you want. 6, 7 or more actions done with just saying 4 words. So really open to suggestions from the community for stuff you'd like done. I'm going to play more of the missions and get a feeling of what I'm doing, and you know, whether I can streamline that down just by saying a single phrase and try and, you know, tie it into phrases used in the movies. So as we scroll down, we can see with the wingmen category, I can say all wings report in. I can say attack my target, get set up for your attack run, which Red Leader says before his engines get hit and he nosedives into the Death Star and dies. Or you may fire when ready. And you say cover me, I can't shake him, just hold him off for a few seconds. Tell your wingmen to evade, pick up your visual scanning, watch it, you've got one on your tail, you've picked one up, and so on. You know, ignore my target, I'll take this one myself, I'm on the leader, lead this one to me. Just, you know, have a little bit of fun, you diehard Star Wars fans. You'll be able to quote the films, but it actually does something, let you feel like you're really reenacting those space battles from the movies. So yes, not far away now, I will be releasing it soon. As I say, give me some hints and suggestions, those of you that are using the basic profile. I'm sure there's some feedback you can give me before I do the release. Have a great day, have a great evening, whatever it is you choose to do after watching this, and as always, I'll see you when I see you next. Ciao for now.